Conning people out of money, even while you're still in jail. That's the allegation against a notorious handyman already in jail facing home repair fraud and forgery charges. Johnny Ray Jordan was in a Morgan County courtroom today for his bond hearing, but that hearing turned into something very different. Johnny, what are your thoughts on today's ruling?
I ain't got nothing to say to 48 News, period.
Turns out he had plenty to say, but we'll get back to that in a second. This was right after Johnny Ray Jordan was blindsided in court. Instead of being granted a lower bond, he ended up with a brand new theft charge.
Mr. Jordan continues to make attempts, and some successfully, to con people from within the jail.
Morgan County District Attorney Scott Anderson asked Jordan's latest alleged victim to testify in court Monday. She told Judge Elliott Jordan has gotten more than $3,000 out of her through jailhouse phone calls, saying he needed money on his books for an ankle monitor that he was never granted and to pay debts to other inmates inside the jail. Those jailhouse calls were played for the entire courtroom.
Part of his con was she asked him why he had not made bond yet, and he said, well, I've got to meet with the district attorney, and that is set on a date certain. That date came and passed, and she said, did you meet with the DA? And his response was no, his wife had a baby. My youngest is 21 years old.
Right now, Jordan has 3 pending cases in Morgan County for home repair fraud and forging a builder's license. But back in 2015, I first came across Jordan doing home remodeling without a license under 2 different company names. Fast forward to 2020, where he took on building decks and left Charles Brooks without one. Then last year, I met Kimberly Lang, who says she lost more than $43,000 after paying Jordan for an unfinished, poorly constructed deck, missing the ramp she needed for her worsening condition of multiple sclerosis. Do you have anything to say about the people who are still waiting on thousands of dollars from you?
That's a lie, and you don't got no proof of that.
I spoke to Kimberly Lang, who's your latest victim, who says she's out $43,000.
Kimberly Lang's a crook. You need to check in her background.
She calls you a crook.
She's a crook. She's a suing lady. She loves suing people. I did her job. She fired me 2 days before I got done.
Mr. Jordan is very good at what he does, not construction-wise, but he's very convincing.
So, Jordan's attorney told Judge Elliott he was on the phone with a woman he was in a relationship with. The alleged victim told me herself and disputed that. And the DA told me that was just smoke and mirrors to hide his deeds. Jordan will be going to trial in October. So with his bond denied today, that means he will remain in jail until then.